or from the helipad.
Now, you might not be able to find John Smales or Mark Bracks, but some of the other lesser stars of the MotoGP circuit will be at the autograph stage. Are you guys going to the autograph stage at all? Can we get an autograph from you, or can people just approach you to get one?
John's very approachable.
One of the most enthusiastic guys in the business, Phil Brannigan, in fact, is running the autograph stage. He'll be doing interviews with the riders over there as well. And it's a really good opportunity to get up close and personal. Let's find out where it is.
How to get an autograph. If you have chosen a MotoGP rider session, you will need to review the priority pass. As the MotoGP rider sessions are very popular and the riders are on a very tight schedule, a priority pass is required to obtain an autograph for these sessions only.
And often at the MotoGP, because everyone wants an autograph, don't forget, get there early at 12 o'clock. You've got Mick Doohan and Wayne Gardner. There's going to be a big line for them, so I'd suggest getting there early. And at 1 o'clock, you're going to see Casey Stoner. And I was up there last time Casey Stoner was up there, and I think people have been there for 5 hours. So here's two men next to me who are used to people queuing up for 5 hours for their autographs, and it's good for the riders to make themselves so available when they've clearly got such a big job to do, and especially at the business end of a weekend like this, boys.
Oh, it is the joy of being at a race meeting like this, that the motorcycle riders especially make themselves available for this sort of thing. You know, in America, it's regulated that you must make yourself, as a rider or a driver, you must make yourself available for certain PR sessions. And then you find other drivers who put into their contract the fact that they want to do fewer PR sessions. But for me, motorcycling has always been open opportunity. It's been the opportunity for everyone to meet with their fans, and on the other side, for the fans to meet with the riders. It's just a wonderful, wonderful sport.
Fantastic, and two men up there in the commentary box who don't get to achieve this, who don't get to mix them with everyone down here that we do, but they do get the air conditioning and those muffins and coffee, Phil and J-Mac, and they're up there for the first of today's historic races, race 2. And we're looking for Robbie Phillips to move up the order, boys.
Thanks very much, Will, and yes, we're up here in the commentary box getting ready for what a way to start the day, the Australian Historics, race 2. Because Jamie, yesterday you saw race 1. I unfortunately couldn't be here to watch it, but what I did do was able to listen to a lot of your call, and it sounded like Cameron Donald was streeting the field until disaster struck.
You're dead right, Phil. Good morning to everyone who's just arrived too, and it was amazing. Cam Donald, it was a bit of a battle between Robbie Phillips and Cam Donald, and your mad man that you keep waving the flag for, he did very well, but Cam Donald was easy 2 or 3 seconds in front, and then all of a sudden it did its crank, so they tell me this morning. And it took him like a lap to slow down. That's how far in front he was. And then the battle between first and second. But Robbie Phillips, I think, will probably take this one as well. Keep your eye out for the Kawasaki. Braxy and I had a bit of a wander around here yesterday on bike number 62.
Bobby Ruwalt.
And the Kawasaki, now, had me in chat to him this morning, 2 cows racing. Because his
That's how many it takes to do his leathers?
Yes, because his friend said, you're that big, it'll take 2 cows to make your leathers.
And yesterday he was thankful that he was that big, I hear, with a massive wheel stand off the start that AC Farias, the world stunt champion, would have been proud of, as the riders now move away on their warm-up lap as Big Darren Lark rips a nice wheelie down the straight on bike number 816. But listen to the sound of those historics, ladies and gentlemen, as they make their way down into turn 1. A massive field of period 4 and period 5 machines, and you'll see the black bike out there, bike number 16, being ridden by Rex Wolfenden, the man behind T-Rex Racing, and the man that prepared Ken Wotton's number 16 T-Rex racer for all of those years. Looks like one of the riders there has a bit of a problem. That's Brian Gray on bike number 71. So let's hope that Brian can get the bike fired up. There's the man that you always expect big things from at Phillip Island, Scotty Webster on bike number 76, the Moto Martin Kawasaki. Robbie Phillips on that delectable Katana, and I know where your heart lies,
yes,
Jamie.
Yes,
it's right on the front of bike number 32.
It's the Katana all over it, and Robbie Phillips, and he's such a character too. Yesterday, they had a bit of a chat. Johnny Smales had a chat with Robbie Phillips. He's just such a colourful, wonderful, and of course they used to call him Mr. Superbikes.
What do you mean used to? I still do.
I do, still call him on one knee. But he is very, 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 very funny and very talented as well. If you have a look up on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the field. Number 1, the man we talk about, Rob Phillips, Cam Donald, who will not be competing. Mickey Dibb, which is the man that you...
Ever excitable.
Ever excitable. Stewie Webster, Mizzy Theendorp, is how you pronounce it? Tenepney.
Albert Hennepy.
To Hennepy, there you go. Gun Lind Wolfenden is what...
Stu Lolly on bike number 75, scheduled to start from P12. He's another casualty from yesterday's racing. Apparently, the 75 machine won't be out there, and that's a disappointment because certainly one of the well-presented machines out there. They're all magnificent machines, and ladies and gentlemen, if you get the chance, please walk over the bridge, come down. You can walk through the historic and Australian Superbike paddock, get a close-up look of that bike, the QBE Katana, ridden by Robbie Phillips. You can see the big T-Rex sticker there on the front. And all of the bikes also sporting the number 16 sticker that you can see on the side of the Robbie Phillips machine, just above the Motorcycle Trader sticker, and that's probably quite fitting.
Yes, of course it is. In case you're wondering what that is, as a tribute to the late, great Ken Wooden, who, of course, rode bike number 16 in this category. So you'll find that... pretty much all of the bikes have that little square sticker.
There's one of my favourite bikes. That's Andy Lind on the Kawasaki Z1000. Look at that machine. That's indicative of the turnout of the bikes in this class. There's quite a few Katanas out there, as we were saying now. They made their debut a couple of years ago at the Island Classic with Steve Martin, and the Katana's really starting to take effect now. A lot of Suzuki GSXs. There's a Yamaha TZ750, which apparently yesterday was missing some mid-range, Jamie. I didn't even think they ever had any mid-range, not from brand new anyway.
It's on or off, isn't it?
Richard Easton back there on bike number 12, a bit further back in the field. Had a good ride yesterday to finish in 10th place, so made up a few positions from his qualifying position. We're in the starter's hands now. The red flag disappears from the front of the circuit. The red lights go on. And we're underway. Robbie Phillips gets a pretty good start, but Michael Dibb on bike number 312 gets a pretty good start as well on the inside, and he will have the inside running as they make their way down to turn 1. Has he got a bigger set of rotors than Robbie Phillips? I don't think so, and Phillips will take the lead through turn 1. Then it's Michael Dibb, and the next rider through looks like the loose cannon, Laurie Fife, the former Period 4 and Period 5 champion.
Amazing stuff, and these bikes, remember, they are classic motorcycles, and it's the way motorcycle racing used to be. And like Phil was saying, if you get the opportunity to wander across the bridge and have a look at it, they are real characters, and they are in pristine condition. The man that refuses to be beaten is Robbie Phillips. He will put the head down and bum up because he knows that Michael Dibb is all over the back of him, and here he comes now. Make no mistake, he is very, very fast.
Look at Robbie Phillips, looks almost smooth into turn 4. Dibsy looked like he was ripping the right handlebar off as he was changing down gears, getting very aggressive with the T-Rex prepared Honda CB 1100R. Then it's Andy Lind, looks like he's got off to a good start. Albert Hennepy on bike number 8, making his way around through Siberia and up the hill. Scotty Webster caught behind him. Peter Mizzy on 24, also involved in that battle as well. Look at those Honda CB 1100s. They look magnificent as they make their way up to the top of the hay shed and around the top of Lukey Heights. Elbows out from Michael Dibbs. He's doing a Ben Spees effort across the top of the hill. Looks like very aggressive riding there from the loose cannon, Laurie Fife, who's the most mild-mannered man you could meet off the track. Pull a helmet on, put him on the track, and he turns into the loose cannon as Peter Mizzy goes down the inside of Andy Lind at turn 10.
It is very close and very fast racing as well. Can Robbie Phillips break away from the pack? Bike number 23, I like that. That looks good.
There's a fair amount of rear-end movement there from the 23 machine of Laurie Fife. Look at Rob Phillips, front wheel off the ground as he comes onto the straight, manhandling the Katana down along the Gardner Straight under the start-finish line to complete the first lap. He's got a pretty handy lead over Michael Dibb, and they've really stretched it out on Laurie Fife. But this is the battle. This is the battle, Jamie. Peter Mizzy on 24, Scotty Webster on 76, Albert Hennepy on bike number 8. And the third rider in that pack looks like it's Andy Lind, but we've got a bit of a problem there. It looks like Albert Hennepy got some smoke coming out of the Kawasaki Z1000, so he'll get a flag. He's noticed it, and he's pulling off the track straight away. And that's bad news for an immaculately looking machine there, bike number 8, Albert Hennepy's machine. But he's off the track onto the grass, so hopefully that bike will be able to get fixed, ready for tomorrow.
Well, let's hope there's no oil put on the track as well. With hope they do run a belly pan catch pad as well, don't they?
Not a lot of these ones don't, because there's no fairing on the bikes, but that one looked like it was coming out from the top of the headers, so hopefully it wasn't anything that was dropping on the track. The marshals would have been checking the track out now to make sure. Looks like we've got someone's gone down at turn 1 with someone's gone down there at turn 1. It looks like with the marshals running across the gravel trap. So Robbie Phillips will come around the top end of the circuit now. Interesting to see whether he goes back to the grid or comes back into pit lane as the rest of the field make their way around through turn 4 now. Robbie's got his hand up. He's realised it's a red flag.
You've got an action replay on your screens now.
There we go. There's one of the riders going off there at turn 1. Oh, that's bike number 37. That's the Yamaha TZ. Terry McKinnon, the C&M Palmer or C&M motorcycle repair machine. And unfortunately, Jamie, looks like they might be having to do a few motorcycle repairs. I think he's just decided he'll have a little bit of a lay down. Oh, there goes someone down. That's one of the, looks like a few of them have gone down there now.
I think it could be oil.
Oh, and that's almost tragic when you see those magnificent machines and that happening to them. So red flag situation. So the race has been called after 2 laps. We'll wait and find out from the officials what the next course of action will be. As another one of the machines, bike number 63, makes its way back down to the start-finish line. Another one of our 2-stroke machines. They're the ones that's supposed to blow smoke, Jamie.
You're right. As they wait now, you'll see most of the riders making their way back. Now, have they opened that gate on pit lane? I can't actually see whether they've... Robbie Phillips on your super screens.
Well, I'll tell you what, while the officials get the track cleaned up, we might go to a quick break and lubricate the larynx and be back for more shortly.
Motorcyclists have 38 times the risk of death or serious injury, regardless of whose fault it is. Not wearing protective clothing increases the risk. Speeding increases the risk. It's up to you to reduce the risks.
For lunch, there's nothing better than a Red Rooster Classic Ripper Sub. Unless you'd prefer the smoky barbecue or chili and garlic aioli flavour. Whichever one you choose, it'll be a Ripper. For lunch, there's nothing better than a Red Rooster Classic Ripper Sub. Unless you'd prefer the smoky barbecue or chili and garlic aioli flavour. Whichever one you choose, it'll be a Ripper.